Hi, friends. In today's podcast episode, I discuss how we deal with challenging times, how we can look at the obstacles in our life as opportunities to learn, to grow, to let go, to awaken. So many of us are experiencing the effects of not working, of losing people we love, of maybe being afraid for our own health and well-being. We're also trying to navigate an uncertain future, new ways of being, new ways of doing. So there's a lot of challenges coming our way. For those of us who are spending more time at home than we're used to, that can be a tremendous challenge. Even though we may love our family dearly, it still is a different situation than we're used to. And with the stress in the outer world, sometimes the stress on the inside comes out even more. Some of us are home alone, and that poses a whole other set of potential challenges. So the invitation today, as you listen to this podcast, is to really tune into how you are experiencing what is going on in the world right now, and to consider the possibility that anything that you're facing, whatever that is, whatever you're facing as a challenge or an obstacle, how can you look at it from a different perspective? How can you look at it from a place of where is the learning in this for me? Where is the growth? I've spoken to many people about, especially people that are longing to have a relationship or improved relationships. And it's so encouraging to hear how people have been using this time, if they're single, using this time to connect with others and to really get clear on the type of relationship they want to create. And for those people who maybe have been together in relationship for many, many years, they're reading books together and they're finding new ways of relating. So it's an opportunity to really look at the places in our life, perhaps that are out of balance, that are out of alignment, to look at the places where we get tweaked, right? The places where we feel challenged or where we feel there is an obstacle is the same place where there is a tremendous opportunity. Now, let's be real. Human nature doesn't really like challenges, right? We're not kind of inclined to say, yeah, give me that hard work to do. And yet, if we can embrace it and we can surrender to what is, we free up the energy to have a creative response. We free up the energy to see maybe something in a relationship or in the world of work or our health, or something else that maybe we've been wanting to do for so long. We start to see that as a possibility and we can start to feel it. And then we can even start to take action steps to create it. So this is a golden opportunity, this time all of us are in, even with all its challenges, to really take the time to look at where in your life are there challenges and how can you turn those challenges and obstacles into opportunities that will help you live the life of your dreams. Enjoy, connect with me. Namaste.
I'm Stephanie Filardi. Welcome to Mind the Gap, the podcast. I believe many people fall short of living the life of their dreams simply because they get stuck in what I call the gap. The vision behind this podcast is to help you understand how to navigate the gap and in the process, awaken to the life that is waiting for you. It starts now. Let's go. Welcome back, friends. Let's begin with our 3 conscious breaths. Take a breath in through your nose, filling up. Exhale out of your mouth, relax your shoulders, relax your face, let it go. Inhale, filling up. Exhale, let it go. One more time. Inhale, filling up. Exhale, let it go. So some of you may have noticed that at the start of each episode, we do these conscious breaths to help slow us down. Slow down the mind rate, slow down the heart rate. Okay, so why? Why do we do that? We're better able to receive. Because these conversations are sometimes thought-provoking, and sometimes they're uncovering things that are maybe buried a little deep. That's something that's not necessarily going to come up in a shallow, superficial conversation or moment. So the intention behind this podcast itself and these episodes in particular are to give you the opportunity in this space on a weekly basis to really connect into that deeper part of yourself, that place of wisdom, of knowing. It's the place almost where we're able to really see and feel and connect to our truth, to who we are, to who we're becoming. And at the same time, yes, the obstacles. So today we'll be talking about overcoming obstacles. One of my favorite quotes on obstacles: opportunity's favorite disguise is trouble. Opportunity's favorite disguise is trouble. Quite simply, what does that mean? It means when we see trouble, it is an opportunity for us to grow, to learn, to become better at what we're doing. It's also an opportunity for us to really get clear on if what it is that we're after is true. What do I mean by that? Sometimes in life we say, I want to have a job where I get to travel and I get to see the world and I'm very well paid and it's fun and it's exciting and we have this big dream and we can see it and we can feel it. And then all of a sudden, we get the job and we're not happy because we say, it's exhausting. Traveling is exhausting. There's so many delays and I miss my friends and I miss family events and it's just kind of overrated and it's just not as exciting as I thought. So sometimes in our mind, we create something that we think is going to be a certain way. And then when we are in the experience of it, we find something wrong with it. And that's legitimate. It could very well be that what you envisioned is not for you, but it could also be an opportunity for you to grow and for you to say, how can I manage my time better when I am home so that I can not miss things? Or can I have more control over my travel schedule because these things are important and this is what I need for balance? So the idea here is to help you remember that anytime we see something that we call an obstacle or trouble or drama, it's an opportunity for us to learn, to get clear, to grow. And it's not always the most comfortable experience, as I've talked about in previous episodes, right? It's in the discomfort that we grow, but it's important to recognize that it's part of the plan. So when we say, I want that dream job and this is what it looks like, and then we get it, it's almost like the universe is saying, is it what you really want? And sometimes what happens in that gap, in that transition, when we've, quote, achieved what we think we want, we start to doubt it when those uncomfortable feelings come up. Like, I've always wanted to be married with children. Is this really what it's like? So, so many of us can set ourselves up for disappointment and quite frankly, make some poor choices, irrational choices when we don't have a mindset of, what is this teaching me?
How is this an opportunity as opposed to an obstacle, right? Some of you know what I'm talking about. Many of you, I suspect, do. And the reason why I'm bringing up this topic about obstacles is because in the past several episodes, I've been talking about values and goals. I even guided you through a visualization practice on success. And then we talked about what does it mean to be fulfilled in our needs. So part of this journey in being fulfilled and getting our needs met, right? Having our needs met, naturally, we're going to come across these obstacles. We're going to come across the terrain that gets troublesome at times. And part of the coaching program, the wellness coaching program that I'm offering, is designed to help you face those obstacles. Because when you state, I want vibrant health, I want prospering relationships, I want a thriving career. And when I say I want, I don't mean a place from ego. It's a place of recognizing who you are and why you are on this planet. More on that another time, but I'm talking from the place of deep heart, deep connection of your truth, of why you are here and what gets you out of bed in the morning. So when you are on this path and you set out for your dreams, right? When you set goals, you will run into obstacles. And the point is to be able to look at those obstacles and say, now what? How is this going to make me better? Some of us, obstacles are self-created, right? Many times that's what it is. And it's our mind. A lot of us come from when we decide to embark on a program where we really want to affect change, many of us get caught in what I call the lack and fear loop. Okay. And the lack and fear loop is when we start to make excuses, right? Well, I don't have enough time. I don't have enough time in my day to even think about what my needs are. Or, how selfish is that of me? I don't have time in my day, right? Or I don't have enough money to invest in myself. I don't have enough money to do a program or to travel or to take time. Or I don't have enough information. I don't know how to take the next step in my career. And I'm going to say this with all due respect.
BS.
They're excuses. All of us have something that we can do to move ourselves to the next step in our life. All of us. So the opportunity here to really understand that the point of obstacles is to teach us to be better, to learn, to grow, to open. Sometimes the obstacles teach us to let go. Maybe the dream that we had, we thought we wanted it and we thought it would make us happy. And in reality, not so much. So understanding those things is an important part of this process, because when we make excuses, we put ourselves back into the victim loop. And one of the things that I want to encourage you, and one of the things that I try to share on a weekly basis in the podcast, is that whatever we can do to get back into action will change our energy. So something that I like to remind myself when I am trying to achieve a goal, and maybe it's a larger goal, maybe it's making me a little uncomfortable, and perhaps I have moments of doubt or worry, which I do because I'm human. What ends up happening to many of us is we stay stuck in the doubt and the worry. We stay stuck in the gap. And we end up losing energy and motivation and desire and vision. So the mind starts to enter. The mind starts to say all these kinds of things. You're not good enough. You don't deserve it. Again, right? You don't have enough money. Are you crazy? Or maybe there are people in our life, unfortunately, that we're still listening to their voice. You must make your voice the loudest and tune other people out. So it's an opportunity for you to be in the gap and then to say, what now? Not that you always have to be in action. That's not what I'm saying. Sometimes non-action and not taking action is the best possible action you can take, especially when you're not clear and if you're not balanced and you don't have the support systems in place, right? So this isn't about going out into the world and saying, I can do whatever I want, I'm invincible. Yes, and recognize that you also live in a world where there are opportunities, right, to overcome some of these obstacles with the support. So it's really about getting clear on where you are today and where you want to go. And part of my intention on one of the previous episodes of Visualizing Success was about, I believe it was episode 10, was I wanted to guide you through an experience in your physical body of feeling what it feels like to be successful.
Because when you start to put the energy of that into your body and you start to feel it, you raise your energetic vibration. And when you raise your energetic vibration and you start to see it and feel it and believe it, when that doubt comes, you can come back to that feeling and you can slowly over time start to rewire your brain. And remember that doubt will take you out of action and action will take you out of doubt. And sometimes the simplest action is expressing to somebody else that you trust, saying, you know what? I have this big dream. I felt like I was making really good headway. And then this thing happened and I just feel tired. And I don't feel the same confidence. Maybe I'm crazy. Get it out. That one action is profound. It's not always an action of having to take a step to do something. Sometimes the action is to simply express, right? So recognizing that on our path, on our journey to living the life of our dreams, to being who we are, not who others want us to be, right? To becoming an adult, we are going to face obstacles. It's simply part of it. Right? So having courage doesn't mean we also don't have fear next to it. Having courage means doing it anyway. And remembering that a lot of times these obstacles or this quote trouble is the universe, spirit, whoever, asking your higher self, asking you, how bad do you want it? Because if you want something in life and you want to be successful in life, you got to work at it. Look at top athletes. They work at it. Talk to anybody who's achieved any success in that realm. You see the training they do. Their whole life is wrapped around what they do, right? From how they wake up in the morning to their trainers, to the food that they eat, to their regimen, how they show up. It's all part of the package. So not all of us need to be at that level in our endeavors. But what I'm saying to you is that anytime discomfort happens is when you grow. And I'll leave you with this thought. If you want to be a bodybuilder and you want to have more muscle on your body, you have to go to the gym and you have to be a little uncomfortable physically, right? You have to lift heavy weights. You have to do the stuff that makes you uncomfortable so that the muscle grows, right? The muscle tears and then the muscle rebuilds and it gets bigger. So there is no growth, literally, without discomfort. There is no growth without discomfort. So the sooner we're able to embrace that, we don't have to love it. We don't have to like it. It's not about asking for trouble. That's not what I'm saying. But it's about recognizing when trouble is there, that it's opportunity. So it's shifting from that lack fear mindset of I don't have enough money, time, knowledge, information, strength, whatever, support to, what's the next best thing I can do right now to move me forward? And sometimes it's also rest. So remember, as you embark on this journey, to enjoy it, to be present, to get the support you need. And I look forward to sharing with you more information about my 6-month wellness coaching program to help you, again, uncover your needs, your wants, to help you deal with those obstacles, to help you navigate the path, navigate the gaps, and to help you really live the life that you are here meant to live, to feel fabulous, to feel fulfilled, to enjoy, to be happy, to be here, and to be grateful for this precious gift of life. So I leave you with that. Take the time you need, listen to your body, keep doing your conscious breaths on your own, and remember that life is short and we all deserve to live well. Let's go. If you find this podcast helpful and if it provokes you in any way, meaning you love what I have to say, or maybe you don't like it because it triggers you, awesome. I've moved something in you, and perhaps you will want to share this with someone else in your life who might be interested in being moved. So you can find us on Apple, on Spotify, iHeartRadio, Google Podcasts. And as always, feel free to share links with people you love because remember, we are in relationship with each other. So the more that you are present and you invite other people on the journey,
the more peaceful world we will live in, because we will be together understanding these concepts. So I thank you for your support, and you help us keep the show going by sharing it, by liking it, by giving us reviews, and helping us to grow. Thank you.